Hello, we're back after a 3 week, 4 week,
Nearly 4.
4 week absence.
Yep.
We've been taking a little refractory period. We've been really pumping intellectual iron to put out today the best podcast
This is all pre-scripted.
we could have done. This script, it's been in the making for nearly 20 minutes.
Yeah, the next one's gonna take like a year.
Yeah. It's gonna be like the Yogscast series. Mine was ages ago, but slowly it just gets worse and worse and worse.
Yep.
No, it's
Like not quality worse, but like
wrong.
oh, it's Shadow of Israel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Slowly,
Shadow of
it's gonna
Israel.
take like
Yeah. Okay, so
6
hello.
months to.
Welcome. Me and Henry have prepared the most sumptuous, solid gold lines of questioning.
And I've just come in
And James is here as well.
I'm just here as well.
Yeah. He's here to answer them with a dumb answer that we can all laugh at.
Yeah. I'm gonna write something on this yogurt lid that I've got on my desk.
No.
Wow. Full on ghetto.
Yeah.
He does it on a yogurt lid.
Why are you writing on a yogurt lid?
Because it's over that we're trying to
He
get
can do
paper.
what he wants, okay? A little boy can do whatever he wants.
Just get some paper.
Yes, but paper's just like somewhere else. I have paper in my room.
What are you writing?
Yeah, man, paper's
What?
just
I
like
might-
somewhere else.
I was gonna write a thing for a question.
Just type it on a Word document.
But
That's what I do with mine.
I can write on a yogurt lid.
My keyboard's like really loud,
Okay.
so that if I type anything, you'll know I'm typing.
Yeah,
Yeah, same with me. Whereas if I'm,
So I did it on my phone originally because that was quiet.
There will
But
be
this, like,
ghetto,
we both got really loud keyboards.
ghetto yogurt lid questions.
Yeah.
But
can we have a section that's yogurt lid questions? Like at least one
and then,
yogurt lid
and then it's just
can that
and then
become
it's
a
just my
regular
questions.
every week?
Yeah.
Hello and
We need
welcome
that.
to yogurt lid questions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
with
that means I've got to prepare something
Yeah,
every
you've
week.
got to prepare. Sorry, we're making more work for you.
Can you even write on a yogurt lid?
Yeah,
It's made of like plastic.
Yeah.
I've got a
Have you done it?
I've got a marker pen.
You're writing on a yogurt lid with a marker pen.
Yeah. I mean, it's the only pen I've got on my
Dude. Alright, well, we'll have the yogurt lid question at some point.
Okay,
But
I'm not gonna think of a good
let's
question.
not blow our yogurt lid load straight away. So I've got 4 questions, although 2 of them are linked questions.
Okay.
Do you want a big one or a small one?
Small.
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 Yeah.
Alright, I might do my 2 linked ones. They're
Okay.
relatively small.
No,
Is there any film that you would actually like to see remade?
Oh.
I actually
really makes you think.
I only came up with this question like 10 minutes ago, so I don't have
Yeah.
enough.
Because I'm trying to
But I'm
think of,
working on it now.
the thing is, it's whether or not would you want a good film remade or a bad film remade? Because with a bad film, it makes sense to want to fix it. Like you see,
I
a
would
film
say a
with
bad
potential.
film. If you can get a bad film that you like, kind of saw the potential to.
Yeah.
A bad film that had good potential.
Oh, I know what it is. After
Ooh.
Earth.
Ooh.
I really want that made well because I remember I was watching it on holiday with a guy who also agreed with us. Have you seen After Earth?
No.
I haven't.
Will Smith and Jaden Smith.
Yeah,
Basically,
yeah.
Will Smith's like, "You're a shit son. You'll never be anything. I wish I had my daughter. Oh wait, you killed her." And then Jaden Smith's just like, it's really bad.
Oh, Jaden Smith is like his son,
legit son.
his son in the film as well.
Well,
yeah.
no, Will
That's really
Smith's
funny.
son.
Yeah.
This is Jaden Smith. Yeah. So the thing is, and that's why when I was watching it, I was like, this could have been really good if it was directed well and had different actors. Because the idea is that they crash land on Earth because sciencey reasons, there's exposition, And then Jaden Smith, I don't even remember the character's names. Jaden Smith is the only one on there. And Will Smith is like crippled or something, and he's stuck in it. So he's communicating with his son to try and like find this beacon or whatever. Like he's trying to like save the day and stuff. But he's got like his father in an earpiece, and I thought like done really well. That could be like really cool and
Yeah, that
dramatic.
could be
Yeah.
really good.
But
And I was
but
watching, I
is
was like, this
Jaden
could be-
Smith a decent actor?
Not
It's
like,
he does a weird accent. Like it's odd because it's not his natural accent, but it just sounds so unfitting. I don't know why he
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just thinking that like there's like potential there for something because the idea is that Will Smith is sort of very harsh on him and kind of just doesn't like him, but it just comes off as really funny because like it's an actual father and son, which oddly you'd think would make it better, but really kind of just
Yeah, you kind of want it to
Muddles
be
kind of
natural. If it's a natural
make-
father-son, you want it to be as natural as possible.
yeah. The problem
Make
is
it
because it
Feel real.
because they're father and son, it feels like they're complacent in their role. Whereas if they weren't and they had to make effort
Yeah,
to make that relationship have depth, they don't bother putting
really
depth.
going for it.
You should still do, even if you know you are related. You still want to have that complexity there, as opposed
Yeah.
to just being like, oh, father and son. So Will Smith's just gonna be a dickhead while Jaden Smith cries. It's really
Yeah.
funny because he just bullies him the whole film. And then Jaden Smith like gets scared and starts doing something, while Will Smith is just like, "Stop it! What are you doing? That's not what he's supposed to be doing." As he's like attacking a tree. It's really funny. Like, like my friend didn't find it funny at the time, but I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, it could be like that should be remade with like different director, different actor. Probably doesn't need as much of a budget as well because it really goes overboard on the action.
I mean, Will
Yeah.
Smith's fine as an actor.
Yeah, I'm fine with Will Smith.
But,
James
like-
Smith, I think he could be good. I've yet to see anything that I'm like, oh yeah. So he still has his chance. He still needs to prove himself.
Yeah, he's just like he's still just Will's son.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he hasn't become his own yet.
And that's so weird because the whole idea of the film that like the character is trying to live in his father's legacy, which is his actual life. So you think they'd do a good performance? Like,
Yeah, they
is
would have like
everything
done some kind of
there
turn on that.
to do a great performance, and then they just is complacent because they didn't bother making the extra effort to actually to have that drama, to have that tension between them.
Trying to think, I don't actually like watch that many bad films.
Yeah,
Things I watched quite a few. So.
I
Yeah.
always check the ratings before I watch a film.
No,
Yeah,
don't. I used to do that loads, but I suddenly started realizing that it can help you a lot if you try and distance yourself from review scores. I think I told you about this before.
sometimes you just gotta go for it.
There's like some films. There will be a load of films which aren't well critically acclaimed, but you yourself will enjoy
Yeah.
and find good because the person making a film, like it's rare that someone makes a film thinking it's shit. They're still putting their heart into
Yeah,
it, which means that there will be people that appreciate it. That's not to say like, oh well, you'd only appreciate it if you like bad films, because no, because there will still be that effort there, and perhaps critics like won't like that, and it won't be something that's seen as critically viable.
Yeah, but you may like
yeah.
it.
It's why you want to try and distance. I mean, it's like if a film's well reviewed, go see it because it means it's probably good. But when it comes to like sort of 5s out of 10s, just try and ignore them.
Yeah.
I'd say, especially when it's that sort of muddled ground where it probably means that critics aren't putting in as much time to assess it as they are the better films. Anyway, monologue over.
I watch mostly horror films, which are very dependent on.
Yeah, you're going like really horror films at the moment.
I mean, it's mostly because it's a genre that I haven't really explored until recently.
Yeah, I remember when we started getting into it, like asking people for films, and you've seen like a bunch of really good, like, not even all horrors, just kind of thrillers.
Yeah.
As well, like The Shining, I wouldn't say is super scary, but it's really good.
But it's there's lots of like generic horrors that just do the same thing. So
Yeah.
with horrors, I always check the ratings because
Speaking of horror, I saw a great film that was a Netflix license. It was made, but then Netflix brought it out. Called I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in This House.
okay,
Really good film.
I've seen it on Netflix.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's actually pretty good.
I'll favorite it on Netflix.
Is it a horror?
Yeah.
It looked like it was.
Yeah, but it's not like a jump scary one. It's not a cheap one. Some people hate it though. It's quite a Marmitey film because some people hate the kind of tone it is, and some people think it's kind of a nothing film. Which I can kind of get the sentiment of. But
what's it called?
I quite like it.
What's it called?
I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the Wall. That lives in the house.
I might give it a go.
Yeah, I'd give it a go if I were you. Turn the lights off as well. I watched it like at 3 in the morning with my sister's boyfriend when we were on holiday.
Yeah, I recently watched The Ring.
In the middle of nowhere as well.
Did your sister's boyfriend ever hang out with your sister?
Funny you mentioned that. That's actually got a point of contention because we got on like a fucking house on fire, and yeah, my sister's got quite jelly.
Aww.
But it is all jokes. She's very happy that I've gone on with him.
I recently watched The Ring and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it's a good film. Because it's like a horror film with an actual decent story.
I hate The Ring.
Do you? Why do you hate The Ring?
I don't know. It just doesn't really do it for me. There's any better way to explain it.
Oh. If I could then, since we're talking about horror films, I'm just gonna segue into my second part of this remake question.
You don't have to say question.
By the way,
just pretend you didn't.
Yeah.
It just came out of your mind just now.
Yeah. By the way, I haven't actually seen The Ring. I was just lying.
Oh, see The Ring. It's really good.
Which film would you most like to see remade by the Muppets?
The Human Centipede.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, you could do that really easily with the puppets as well. You could just put the puppet in the puppet. It's perfect. That's actually
a Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe Pulp Fiction.
The thing is, Mad Max, those would be like actual films.
but
those could actually happen if they just like.
But it'd be really funny.
Cleaned it up a bit. Yeah, but Human Centipede would be really funny. But
the difference is because like weird and not actually
like,
gonna happen. So something that actually may actually happen.
Nice.
As like Kurt's at the back, just he's like flailing his arms and screaming, like you know what he does.
A silent.
Fozzy's like wacka wacka. He's like, I'm real sorry, Kermit. But Kermit can't respond.
That is.
Oh, who'd be the Doctor though?
That is an image. Surely it would be Dr. Bunsen.
No, I don't know. This is like a better one. Like, what Muppet would want to do that to the other Muppets?
Swedish Chef.
Yeah, you don't even know what he's saying, which is really scary. Swedish Chef. No, Swedish Chef would be called on just to like give the food to the person in front.
So I've got Netflix up and I typed in I am the to add the film to the list, and then there's also another film called American Ninja 2 with I'm pretty sure it's the actor of Dennis Reynolds, just looking
sounds
looking weird.
In many ways, they do allow actors to be in more than one.
No, but it's just like, damn, he did something else.
It's a new release actually. I'm the pretty thing that lives in the house.
Cool.
Oh, I think. No, I think I might have been thinking of The Girl with All the Gifts when we were talking about that earlier, which is a different film, and I'm not even sure it's a horror film.
It looks like just like the. Do you know in Always Sunny the bit where they make like an action film?
Yeah,
it looks just like that.
What does?
The American Ninja 2, the one with the Reynolds in.
Oh, I'm putting on the I'm the Pretty Thing film like without the noise on in the background.
Damn.
Really?
It's always been good. Just
Why?
I usually do that whenever I'm doing podcasts or anything, just to have something visual.
Oh yeah, because you can't do anything without like stimulation.
Vision with like all stimulation. And
yeah,
all
you're like my brother. My brother literally cannot do anything without music on.
Yeah,
I'm a bit like that.
Just like,
like whenever I do anything, I'll just do it without even thinking. To the point where if I stop doing like an activity, say if like I finished writing something or I finished like sending someone to something like by email, I'll instinctively click on Spotify and pause it to the point where I've started playing music by doing that.
yeah, but yeah,
Spotify is the only program I have that opens on my computer on startup.
Yeah,
I really should do that with. I really should do that with my Google Play app, but I keep forgetting. I could just do it right now.
Oh, I can put it in my full screen and just have like weird visuals.
That's good.
Proper spooky as well.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. But if I'm not going with Human Centipede.
No, I feel no. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. But I want to see if I can think of one that would actually get made.
Yeah. Casablanca.
It's got to be Synecdoche, New York, the most depressing film ever. I need to make you see that.
Yeah.
Didn't I see it?
Did I show, or was that Anomalisa?
Basically, there's a lot of films that would be great if the Muppets remade it.
I wish they came back and did remakes.
The problem is I can imagine it's actually quite expensive because you've got to
buy the license.
Yeah, buy a license.
Yeah, but Muppets, like, I swear they own a lot of money.
The thing is, they never actually remade films like they did books.
Yeah. Actually, but nowadays you'd want it to.
They did books
No
that were out. Were the books out of copyright?
Yeah, they were free.
Both of the ones they did, the books were out of copyright.
Yeah, so they got
Island
free.
and Christmas Carol.
Oh, why don't they do the Shakespeare's?
Oh,
I say all the Shakespeare.
Hamlet.
Oh yeah, do a Shakespeare. Yeah, that like you don't need to pay for rights. You could do like a whole feature film of a Shakespeare. You change all the text, I presume. Like perhaps throw in a bit of.
Do like fucking Richard the Third or something.
No, do Othello. Yeah. I'm imagining Fozzie as the Moor.
With Gonzo as Iago.
No, I think Iago could be.
Look at these nerds talking about Shakespeare.
No, Iago. No. Gonzo's a fellow, and the little rat's Iago.
Shakespeare's not even like a nerd thing.
Yeah, no, but it's just it's more like it's the English student and the drama student just talking about.
Yeah, it's the one thing we can talk about.
Yeah, and I'm just here like.
Yeah, like guess I'm done.
Yeah, guess I'm out for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we've exhausted the Shakespeare route. So, but they should do a Shakespeare.
Yeah. I can imagine it would be good.
Henry, did you actually come up with any questions in the end?
Wait, did I? I've got one. All I wrote down is funniest laugh.
What?
See, there it is.
There it is.
Well, that was. We had 4 weeks. That was what you came up with.
Do you know what was his name? Jimmy Carr. Like, is that laugh put on? Is that laugh put on or not?
Yeah.
Because it's such a weird laugh.
There have been many people who laugh at it. It's because he kind of laughs inwards a bit.
I don't think you would put that on.
It is so weird though.
No, he gets like mocked all the time for it as well.
Yeah, no, I think that is.
Yeah.
Well, I think later on though, he's actually sort of trained himself to laugh outwards more, so he's actually kind of lost the laugh.
But like that makes him unique. His laugh is.
To be fair though, he's like known well enough, so he doesn't need any more of it.
Yeah, he doesn't need recognition for having a decent laugh.
It's weird because Jimmy Carr sort of ended up being kind of a host now, hasn't he?
Yeah, he is.
But his stand-up is still pretty good. Like, he's still reliably, really good at stand-up, but it's kind of cool. He's a cool dude, actually. I don't think he gets enough praise.
Oh.
Yeah, but...
Henry's praise of the day goes to Jimmy Carr.
Praise of the day, that's
he
another...
He did do loads of, tax avoidance, though, so he's a bit of a dick.
Yeah, didn't he pay that back, though?
I don't know, he might have.
Oh, no, yeah, of all people, David Cameron So they're like bringing it up on 8 out of 10 Cats.
Yeah, I remember.
They literally had it. It was great that they had like an entire episode where that was like public. So
What?
instead of cancelling the episode, they all just took the piss out of him.
What happened?
Because so like
He did
when
loads
tax
of
avoidance was in the news and Jimmy Carr was like in the headlines, David Cameron came out and said he was disappointed in Jimmy Carr
on his show.
Yeah, no. So they played the clip of him saying that on 8 out of 10 Cats. I mean, yeah. I think he was like fined and paid it back or something.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I mean, it's not like he was breaking the law,
he just
though.
didn't.
I mean, he was breaking the law.
He wasn't.
Wasn't he?
It's not against the law to have an offshore bank.
Okay.
It's just very
But-
unethical,
but
especially
I
when you're a
feel-
big old celeb.
I
Because the
feel
normal
it
person-
should be against the law to
Yeah.
put
A
your
normal person can't afford to, have an offshore bank like that,
But-
but
put your
if you're rich and can afford it, it's not illegal, but it's just highly unethical
but like
in
apparently
regards to how much money you're supposed to be giving to tax.
apparently like loads of bigger companies do it though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
loads
yeah.
of it.
Yeah. I just think it should be like illegal to put it into a non-tax zone, or at least a tax.
Yeah, there's
You
some
have to tax.
regulations there.
It is just difficult to avoid.
Yeah, but
Yeah, because
you
Yeah,
can.
like
you just be
people
like,
making
oh, I'm a
bank
citizen
account.
of Greece now, I want to put it in a Greek bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not a citizen of Greece.
But what if they
Yeah,
get Greek citizenship?
There'll be an employee that is. Or Jimmy Carr will have. There's not. I don't know why I picked Greece, but like there'll be one person. Like Jimmy Carr will know a person who's
Switzerland.
dealing with his finance. He himself probably won't be maintaining that account, but someone else will.
But
And
I
you pay
feel
them to do
that it should be the person who, the owner of the company, whichever country they were born in,
finance doesn't work that simple.
whichever country they're born in, needs to pay that tax. I feel.
Unless they get citizenship somewhere else.
I mean, obviously that is the ideal way
Yeah.
it would work.
Because imagine how much money they're avoiding. Because
But again, because finance is very complex. It's not as easy as that.
yeah, but these are the biggest. These
Yeah, but the amount of employed, a company can span more than one country. Is the thing.
yeah, but
When
they should
can
still
transfer
they
them
should still be
it
based.
makes it very
They should
muddled
still be
how
based
they-
in one country,
But,
and that should be the country.
okay, I mean, yeah, sure.
You shouldn't be able to
Ideally.
choose which country you're based in. I feel.
Well, that's
because-
the problem though when you've got your fingers.
What
in
if you're a
many
multinational company?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, but you start in one company. Sorry, we'll start in one country.
What if you're a company that now has, branches all
What
over
if
the
you
world?
merged with another company
yes,
from
okay
another country?
to pay. But I still feel
it's
that
not
all the
simple.
tax of that company should go to the country that you're a citizen in.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds
Anyway,
very.
it's a complex subject, as
Yeah.
we've.
It is.
How did this start?
It's
Oh,
Henry
Jimmy
saying
Carr,
the
funniest
tax
laugh.
version by Jimmy Carr.
Yeah, it was the funniest laugh. And then we got on to international economic theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is very, very, very complex. That's why I don't
So
know anything
really,
about it, and
the
you don't
funniest
either.
laugh was quite a good question.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even a question; it's a demand. And then he did a
Thanks,
funny
Henry.
laugh, and then we get to Jimmy Carr and yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, stupid question. Should we have
Oh, I've got a question.
Oh, you got a question. What is it?
I've got a really good question.
Is
Would
Yeah.
you rather be all boob or all butt?
What, like my whole body?
Yeah, so you yourself are just a pair of boobs, or you're just a big old butt.
Probably.
Boobs.
I don't know. This is like. There's a lot to think about here, Henry. There's a lot of variables.
I can't. Like a butt is like where you poo. No.
Wow, thanks.
That is a fact.
Yeah. And
Facts with Jay.
there we go. Like
There it is.
and
do
your
I-
entirety, your entire body is just the place where you poo.
But what How
At least it means you can get the poo out. If it's just boobs, then all you can do is like excrete milk, which like isn't as urgent.
Just sweat filth.
How do you live as just a pair of boobs?
But that's not the question.
Imagining you don't. You have a very short lifespan.
What? Yeah, but you have a very short lifespan of your butt as well.
Yeah.
You wouldn't last enough.
You have a very short lifespan.
You wouldn't last enough to have to do it, I guess.
Have to excrete.
Yeah. Last long enough.
Okay, then fine.
Because you don't have a stomach.
Good. Yeah, sure. So
I mean, I guess
you're thinking about it now.
Probably boobs. This is
You can look in the mirror for your short life.
You can't look in the mirror because boobs.
Oh
don't
yeah,
have
you don't have
eyes.
eyes.
Idiot.
Such a stupid question. Thanks, Henry, for your
It's a
stupid
good question. Okay, and you knows it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of we should move on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyone else?
definitely.
Let's go. Let's go to Yogurt Pot Corner.
Yogurt.
What's the yogurt? Let's dredge up another Yogurt Pot question.
All right. So how much?
This week's episode of Yogurt Lid Corner.
How much?
Yogurt Pot Spot. That's what it's called. Sorry.
How much would you have to be paid to live on a desert island with no contact for a year?
What can I bring?
What can you drink? I mean,
Bring.
No, bring.
Bring. Oh, you can bring.
Can I have my Swiss Army knife?
Yeah, you can bring a survival gear.
Yeah, but not. I'd say so. Not. I wouldn't have food or sustenance itself, but I
No,
have some gear to help.
But the desert island would have. It would be a decent desert island. It'd have.
Yeah, imagine I can try and scavenge some.
Yeah,
munch on that.
it'd have enough. So you'd have like a purifier.
I actually watched Castaway on holiday. So
you'd have like a water purifier and a
what?
A water purifier.
Yeah, you boil it.
And there'd be enough food, like animals on the and stuff on the desert island.
You're still you, and it depends on how good you'd be at hunting them.
Yeah.
So I imagine that I wouldn't ever be able to chase one down. I'd probably try for a bit. So it'd have to be traps.
Yeah, traps.
As long as I've got my Swiss Army knife and a bunch of other like simple things.
Yeah, you've got a decent survival kit.
Do I have medical care?
Do
I have a first aid?
that'd be in the survival kit.
Right. Oh yeah. So basically, I get like a sort of welcome hamper.
Yeah, you'd get a survival hamper.
How much? So how long am I on the holiday for?
For a year.
Really, it just sounds nice.
I think I would go insane.
Okay.
Really?
Like I just don't. I don't know.
What?
I know it's
handle
obviously
it
like very
What?
presumptuous, and obviously it'd be different if I was in it.
What?
But I feel like I'd be able to handle it all rightish.
What's the most you could do? Do you think? What's the most you would want to do for money?
Talk to a bull. Wouldn't
No, I'm
I?
talking
Call
about.
Wilson.
I'm talking to Rafi.
Oh, what? For how long I could
Yeah.
do it for?
How long would you?
I could probably do it for like a month.
Okay, a
but
month.
I
And
think
how
after
much?
that, I would start to just really lose it.
Yeah, I think after a month, that's when you start like losing.
Okay. And how much would you want to get paid for that month?
What for a month?
Yeah.
I wouldn't need that much. Like, for a month, I'd probably do it for £500 or something.
Really? That's you having to really try and survive for a month.
Yeah.
You don't get the money.
I guess I have to really try and survive.
Yeah, you have to survive.
Death invalidates the
Yeah,
money.
okay, I probably would go for a bit more than 500.
Yeah, it's a bit
I'd go for like
struggle.
5,000 a month or something.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's no matter how long you're doing it for, it's the first week which is gonna be
Yeah,
a
because
real make or break.
if you can't survive the first week, no, then
But if you do and you manage to be smart and figure out how to sustain your life, it's all about learning the lay of the land, knowing where to get food from, knowing how to kill, knowing where to sleep, how to remain sanitary as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, for cuts and scrapes, can you use salt water to clean out wounds?
Ooh.
Is that like?
I presume
Is that
so.
a no-no? Because I
Not
thought
really.
salt helps to clean out wounds and stuff. So I was like, Well, so really, like,
But I'm not sure there is enough concentration of salt in salt water.
But isn't it?
but
Like
it still helps.
you do kind of like taste it when you. Yeah, it's not that. It's not like if
Yeah,
you just.
I
Put...
don't know. I'm not a salt
But
water.
I think there's still a
I just-
fair
I just
amount,
think
though.
there might
Yeah,
not
I
be
feel
enough.
there's a fair
Because
amount.
I feel like I just thought of it like when I was
Maybe,
holiday.
like, half-
It's like, well, would it be done? Because it seems like yeah, maybe it might just.
It
help
depends what extra stuff was in the water.
Yeah, that's also germs and whatnot. You might
Yeah,
want to, but if you boil it, it loses its salt content. But that might
Yeah,
be
it does.
better to clean it with just clean water.
Yeah, it's probably better clean water than salty.
And also, you could probably get some sort of like leaf or bamboo or some crap and tie that round.
Yeah.
And clean that off with boiling water.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I
So,
mean,
yeah, if you-
I've looked it up, which I know is slightly against the fun.
That's fine. No,
and
that's
it
fine.
is
That's not
saying
against it.
salt water can be good for wounds.
Okay.
Yeah, like I thought,
I can
I
imagine
didn't
it's
think
like
I was
half-
missing something.
Half.
Though it does say it's important not to do it carelessly, as soaking an open wound in the ocean may well lead to an infection.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would get like an amount, put it on, and then.
Like I can imagine it's like half a teaspoon of salt per like cup or something.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that much, but it's like enough.
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
like,
that sounds
help.
about right. Because I have drunk salt water very
Yeah,
recently.
it's like.
Not like on purpose. I didn't go down and just like. Because that would be not good.
Do you want to tell us about your holiday, Henry?
Oh yeah, I don't even go. I'll
Yeah,
keep like
well,
mentioning it in passing, just
yeah.
waiting for you guys to be like, "Oh, dude, you're on
Yeah,
holiday."
Henry was on a 2-week holiday to Greece. That's one of the reasons
Yeah,
why
2
we
weeks.
haven't.
Family
bothered.
holiday. Oh, dude, Netflix has got Ant-Man. But
Yeah, it
sorry,
does.
Yeah,
There's
that's
that.
really good fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to Greece. I went to Rhodes, so it was that little island off of it. Went to Rhodes
I went
for
to
2
Rhodes
weeks.
like yesterday as well.
Yeah, all right, shut up.
I like walked on it and then
Sorry, I didn't realise this was fucking joke corner right now. Shut up. You get one joke per episode. You've had it now. Move on. But no, yeah, so 2 weeks as a lovely villa that was actually very reasonably priced, and we managed to just scrape 2 weeks.
Villa.
It was gonna be what you can only do in weeks. We were like 1 week is like fine, but like 2 weeks we managed to do that. Very, very nice, very lovely. Had a pool, obviously.
Obviously.
There are fucking goats everywhere who ate our fucking internet to death. That was fixed though in less than 12 hours. The internet went down in like 12 hours. They called someone and they fixed it.
Also, the goats ate a
They
wire.
actually like we joked about it like, oh, it must be the goats because there's fucking goats everywhere. Don't
But it
keep 'em up,
actually
though.
was.
They're actually relatively quiet, and then we called them. So, oh yeah, that was goats. They do that all the time. We're like, oh shit. But yeah, so I was in Rhodes. Very lovely. Best bit about it probably had to be the food. I did like a bunch of like crazy sporty stuff. Like, I went paragliding on the last day.
Wow.
And I went to a water park, which would not be allowed over here. And I did scuba diving, like 8 meters down.
Yeah, your Facebook post.
Yeah, that's my new profile
Yeah,
picture. But my hair looks fucking on fleek.
Yeah.
Yeah, did all that, but the food, man, the fucking food, so good. So good. And like when we came back, we're like, oh, we're hungry. We're at the airport. So I'll better get some food. We decided to get Burger King, and it made us all feel really ill because we were used to like rich, fresh stuff.
Yeah.
It's surprising how quickly your belly changes depending on what you're eating.
Oh no,
I didn't
I was
get
going
that
to do
sick.
English food.
Yeah, the English food. My name's I'm English, but like, yeah, I didn't get sick from the food as well because it was so good. Usually,
you
like when you go on holiday, you prepare for like a couple days of food sickness, but
Do you?
no. Well, yeah, like usually, like especially because if you're having fresh pod juice from their waters, like we were recommended to not drink their water, and that's not like a thing, especially to Rhodes. But well, to be fair, the locals themselves don't really drink the tap water. But whenever you go on a holiday anywhere, pro tip, it's probably usually why you think you get food sickness because you're drinking a lot of their tap water.
Okay.
Even if it's like a safe place and stuff, just because it's a different climate, they'll be used to it and they'll have grown up in the water. But if you're like from England, it's a different type
the
of hard
toxins,
water.
there may be toxins in the water that you're not used to.
Yeah, just general stuff, which is why, like, because I had a lot of seafood, and I was thinking, like, being in their waters, like, probably gonna get a bit ill, but it's tasty, but nothing. Had the fucking best sea bass fillet ever. So tiny, it was like posh restaurant tiny.
So, Henry, when you gonna go and live in Roadstone?
Oh my god, I would not go back though. No, the thing is, as a tourist, it was lovely, but just God, some of the airport, like trying to get out was like the stressfulest thing ever. There wasn't staff. There just wasn't staff available at their airport, and there was a bit at the gate. Why is it just England that knows how to fucking queue? Like, yes, we've been waiting here for 20 minutes. Oh, you just sat up out your chair and now you're just going to splinter in. They were like, there's this one bit.
English is the queuing. England is the queuing race.
But you know when you go to like check in your bags then?
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you're about to go open. We went to check them in and said, all right, they're checked in. Now you can take them to the bit where they're actually going to be stowed. We had to walk like away to another queue, which wasn't just one, it was two queues splintering into one longer queue. It took about an hour to get to the end of. When we finally got to the end of it, it was like this machine you have to throw it in because for some reason they don't want to do it. We got to the end, it was like, oh, sorry, this isn't the queue you want to be in. You want to be in that queue at the other end. So that was a waste of an hour. Well, the other one, that was like half an hour. Finally got it in, got on the plane, and then when we got to the fucking gate, the gate was just a joke. There was just no order. Everyone was just in a room, as opposed to an actual queue. And we finally got onto it. It was actually fine. It was Ryanair. Ryanair's pretty reliable. I think Ryanair's good. Bit cramped. Seats are really uncomfortable.
No, isn't Ryanair the one that's really cheap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't complain too much about Ryanair.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying is that, it's pretty cheap, and also it's not bad. If you're up for, you might want to bring like a headrest or something. And maybe a pillow if you've got a sensitive bottom, which I kind of do. Should have brought a pillow. But yeah, pretty good considering.
Rafi was saying that there was some stories.
What should I share? Because I can talk like for ages about my holiday. I doubt they want.
Can we just have the toilet story?
Where is the toilet story?
Alright.
Is this like?
Is
this like the Frank's? Is this like Frank and Always Sunday?
But I feel like a good toilet story can't really be beaten.
Yeah, I might bring up something else as well because I feel like there's more to my holiday than that. But
Yeah, okay.
It's not. The thing is, now I think of the story. It's not a fantastic story, but it's a story nonetheless.
Yeah.
So it must have been about like 1 in the morning. Wait, someone just joined.
Oh shit! It's Liam.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Liam's turned up.
Hey Liam, we're 40 minutes into the podcast. Do you want to do another podcast after this, just on your own?
Yes, nice. No, it's okay.
Guys,
look at this. Last 20 minutes with Liam.
Can we not be rude to Liam?
We realised you said like to the 1 o'clock. You said like cool, but we didn't know if you were turning up. But,
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
we're just gonna keep rolling, unfortunately.
Yeah, we could keep going. Henry,
another 40 minutes of podcast.
I was about to tell a toilet story. If you want to listen.
And then you jumped in.
Oh, he left.
Oh.
Anyway, now that cunt's gone.
Oh, here he comes.
Anyway, he's ruining the podcast. They don't care for this interaction.
Anyway, toilet
story.
Henry's toilet story.
The audience is probably just at the edge of their seat now.
Yeah.
So,
come on.
A few days ago, I can't remember how long ago it was, I'm on holiday, I'm in Rhodes, in Greece, and I'm on a villa. It's like really late, everyone's in bed, and I'm lying in my bed, it's really dark, and I think, man, I need a poo. So I get out of bed, go like round, and I go to open the toilet, because the door to it was closed, because it's really, really hot, so when there's like an especially hot room, you just like quarantine it and close that off so the heat stays there. And so I went to open it, and as I did, the door like opened, sure enough, but the handle like came off in my hands.
Okay.
And it just crumbled. And I was like, oh, okay then, but the loo's open, so that's fine. So I went inside, put the handle on the side, and then closed the door behind me. And so then, I go on the toilet, do a poo. It's pretty big, pretty smelly. Also, the pressure's really bad upstairs, so when you try to flush it, it's like really weak. So only half of it goes down, and then you have to wait like an hour for it to gain pressure again. So I'm just stuck there. wash my hands, because I always wash my hands, because you should wash your hands.
Yeah.
And I go to the door, the indoor handle's there, and I twist it down to open, and it just doesn't open. And so I'm like twisting it like mad, and the door's, it's not doing anything. It doesn't feel like it's got any pressure on it, and the handle doesn't come off, but like a couple of the screws just fall out of it.
What?
So the door's almost got no handles on it, and I'm twisting, and nothing's happening, and I'm trapped in the toilet. So I like go to the window, and down at the bottom of the window, I'm thinking like, oh, worst comes to worst, I'll like climb out and go back in the house.
Yeah.
But there's literally a cactus right at the bottom of the drop. And I'm looking at, there's no other way to like negotiate around it. It's just a straight drop, so it'd already be unpleasant if it wasn't for the cactus.
But there's a cactus,
So,
which means you're pretty much not going that way.
Yeah. Spoilers, I don't go that way. And so I put that out of my mind, go back in the room, and it's very hot. It's already very, very hot, and it stinks of shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they're like, oh, not to worry, Mother's next door. So I bang on the door and shout, Mom, and I get no response. And then I bang louder, and I shout louder, to the point where I'm screaming, Mum, and like gaveling on the door, and she doesn't do anything. She's like asleep and isn't woken up at all.
Yeah.
So I'm still trapped. And it gets to the point where like I just start like banging louder and louder and louder to the point where it's booming through the rest of the house, so that I managed to wake up my sister and her boyfriend, who were downstairs behind like 3 layers of doors.
And not your mum, who was like next
my
to
mum's still asleep. And then then they start walking around. They're scared because apparently they think that there's an intruder in the house or something. Because all they can hear is like a really sharp bang. They think it's a gun or something. So like one of them's got a pool cue, which he's holding as he comes up the stairs, and then he just suddenly shouts like, "Who's there?" And I shout, "Henry, I'm trapped in the toilet." And they come up and they're like, oh, okay then, to realise there's no problem. And obviously there's no handle outside though, because I've locked the handle inside with me. And so they're there for ages, but eventually they manage to figure out, because they go downstairs, get a miniature fork, wedge it into the hole, twist it, to open the... It's not like a lock or anything, you know that thing, bit of metal that goes in the frame, just to make sure it doesn't blow itself open?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that bit.
Yeah, it's that bit.
Nothing would move it, so that was like locked in place. They get a fork, pull that out of the thingy, and then open the door, and I'm free. And they say that they were greeted by like a massive waft of shit. I just stank really bad after that.
Nice.
I like showered first thing in the morning as well. And yeah, that's the story.
Anyway,
It's not the most exciting thing that happened on holiday.
it was cool. Anyway, I have a toilet, so could you not say any more holiday stories? Talk about.
Geez, sorry, dude. We've only got like 20 minutes left, or
That's
15,
fine.
whatever. Sorry, that was my monologue. Anyway, Liam, what's up,
It
Liam?
wasn't a monologue, Henry. It was not good.
It's good.
Monologues don't have to be good. You can have shit monologues. But yeah, Liam, so you got any questions? Throw a question to the group, because we've all done that.
If you were a ghost, who would you haunt?
No.
Could it be Todd Howard?
Why could it not be Todd Howard?
And you're like, no.
No Todd Howard, please.
No, not Todd Howard, he's a good guy.
You know,
Yeah.
he has exceptional anti-ghost defenses.
Yeah, but like in this hypothetical, it means that you will successfully haunt him. So you want to get a guy who's like spent his whole life preparing against ghosts just to fuck with them. I mean, this isn't Todd Howard anymore. I'm talking about like a hypothetical person. Yeah, like get one of... Oh, no. Oh, I know it. One of those people that do the ghost shows on TV.
Then...
Because you know they're faking it. And so if you actually haunted them, no one would believe them. Yeah, those guys I actually saw it. What do you mean you actually saw one? You've been seeing ghosts your whole life, right? Yeah. It would just fuck them up completely.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's good.
That is quite a good answer. I was just gonna haunt Henry.
Dude.
Haunt Henry haunting the ghost guys.
Just because you want to like be around me and stuff. You can watch me play Binding of Isaac and stuff if you're bored as a ghost.
Yeah, watch you play Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, just do what you always do. Watch me play games.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna haunt Raffy, haunting Henry, haunting the ghost guy.
Haunting.
So you're like a ghost. So you're a ghost and then you become a ghost to a ghost. I mean, James, you can jump in there and haunt Liam.
Where's he gone?
And then, alright,
No.
James is gone.
James is dead.
I'm here.
Also, fucking Raffy, what's that picture you posted? I'm sorry, but
Yeah, it's
am
Lara
here.
David at a Civil War battlefield with his daughter.
I really like it. It's a good picture.
Can
James,
you hear
can
me?
you put that in the pod?
Can you hear me?
Get that picture in the pod. Yeah.
Oh, good. You didn't
Can you
respond.
put that picture in the pod?
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah, it's nice. He's sort of stroking.
I like it
Cannon's
because he's
palm.
like really into it.
There's like a soft pat going on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's nice.
I thought it might be something from like his hit series Curb Your Enthusiasm, but I know it's not, having seen all of it.
Oh.
Alright, I've got a big question that I'm gonna just drop in
Alright,
here.
dropping in the
shit.
questions.
Yep. Would you rather know the circumstances or time of your death?
Ooh, did
Oh.
you have this before?
What?
I would say
No.
circumstances.
Really? I'd say I choose time.
Yeah, I choose
But
time.
what if it's really close? What if it's
But-
like next week?
Thing is, I feel like if I pick circumstances and then it was like, you know, you die in a car crash or something,
You die walking.
I'd spend the whole rest of my life so paranoid whenever I'm doing that thing.
Yeah, because you wouldn't know when as well.
Okay.
Because then
So
at
it
least
could be
if I
next week,
choose
it's-
time, I know when it will happen,
No,
and
I-
I don't have to be paranoid.
Yeah, you can still
Also,
calculate
it's most
time.
likely. Like, I don't think it's very likely that it's a car crash.
Oh, it is.
Like,
Yeah, no, that was just an example.
yeah,
That's still quite common.
I
way
know,
to die.
I know. Yeah, it's common, but it's not. Like, yeah, it could be a
Die
car
of a
crash,
hernia
but
tomorrow.
like, it is still not that common. I
Well,
feel.
It was just.
No,
the
the thing
example.
is,
Yeah,
like,
I know,
oh,
but, like,
sure,
what-
you can say what's most likely, but you still want to account for all possibilities
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
what you
it's
would learn.
You know, like you could ask for circumstances, and it's like you get stabbed to death by Henry.
Yeah.
And then the rest of
Ruins
your
your
life,
friendship.
that's gonna be hanging over you.
But what you don't
You have
realise
to
is
cut
that's
ties
actually
with Henry.
But you're
Yeah,
like,
but
yeah,
but
you're
if I get stabbed to death by
like-
Henry, okay.
You're
I-
too polite to actually stop being friends with Henry. You just
But
accept it.
I'd probably like just go up to Henry and say so I had like
And then I'd stab you.
I found out
That's
that
the-
I'm gonna
but
die
you
by
know,
you
it
stabbing
could be
me.
like-
So can you
Or
like
you die, you die being stabbed by Henry. What you don't realise is that's actually me stabbing you when you're like 60 with an EpiPen
Yeah.
unsuccessfully.
I mean, yeah, it could be a different Henry. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Oh, that's
true.
like an whole action movie. Like you're like, oh, he's gonna kill me, but you don't realise that they're actually kill you, like trying to save you.
Oh,
There's some sort of brain zombie parasite that only affects Henry's.
Thanks.
Ja- James tries to go into another PU,
Yeah.
and all the Henrys are like, "No, you can't."
Shut up! Stop! Stop fucking Henry posting.
So, Liam, would you pick time or circumstance?
Having said that, I think time is probably a fair shout.
It's
I think I
I'm
would
not
go
going
for the time.
what I'm thinking.
I
Yeah.
just don't like the fact that like what if it's a year?
What if it's
But
5
then-
seconds
And then-
from now?
But
So
then
you
it-
make the most of that
to be
year.
honest, like, even if it is just a year, then at least you know you only have a year. And you
Yeah.
Yeah.
live your life with that in mind.
Really, it's like
Right.
knowing how you'll die. The best thing would be to know when. Thinking when actually has a lot less negatives because people are always like, "Oh, if you knew how you're gonna, if you knew how you're gonna die, you'd be like
But it
scared
could-
of that thing."
But it
But if you
could
can
just be
remove
like
the circumstance, it actually makes it a lot more viable.
it could just be like dies in your sleep, right?
See, the
Yeah.
thing is, like, you might
Then you
I'm
never
actually
sleep.
thinking you might wake up on the day that you knew you were gonna die, and decide you're just gonna like shoot yourself to save whatever gruesome way you die otherwise.
And
But
then
then it still fulfills the prophecy anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the thing is, I imagine that in the idea of either learning the circumstance of time, then in some manner you would be incapable of
You're obviously
ending your life.
incapable of changing it.
Like, in a weird sort of the way that I see time travel is that, like, people try and go back to change time, but you can't because it's still a fixed thing.
Yeah.
And some way or another, like, you'll try to shoot yourself, but there'll be something that happens. Which, because I don't think you'd have the power to break
like just imagine, okay.
So your skull and kills James instead.
So imagine if it says that you're gonna live like a month left. Yeah. And then like a week before you die, you're like, okay, great. Now I've just got a week and I've got to like fulfill.
Oh no, I've only got a week. Opens up Reddit.
Oh no, I've only got a week. Starts a Civ 5 game.
Yeah.
But like now you're like really. You may just be sad for that week.
I think you'd go through a lot of emotions, but I don't think you'd just be sad. I think you definitely bawl when if you first learn I'm dying in a month, like fucking devastating. But if you get past that and you kind of try to understand the fact that you're dying in a month,
no, then just like suddenly in a month I die with everything left unfinished.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did my microphone
Yep.
muted?
No.
It wasn't muted.
What?
Not.
Am I not using the right microphone?
I don't know.
Because I muted my.
No, you are not.
Pardon?
No, you did not.
It was never plugged in, was it?
No.
I mean, it is plugged in.
Whoa, how long were you doing that podcast for then?
I had to do it.
Wait a second. Have you actually been recording yourself the whole time or not?
Yeah, but
recorded a podcast.
No. The mic should have muted because I clicked the mute button.
Well, it didn't.
No, it just didn't. That's a technical fault. That's not. Don't worry.
What?
All good. Just don't worry.
No, that means I'm not using this mic.
Yeah.
No, you were not.
And I think on that horrifying realization, shall we end for the week?
I mean, I've got like is this better?
Maybe.
Just end the podcast.
Does it sound better?
Is it better having ended the podcast?
Yeah.
8 minutes left, but is this?
Have you ended it?
No.
Yeah, we don't have to go for an hour. Like, I feel that was quite a good end.
Okay. Well.
Now you ruined it because we've just sort of dragged on.
Or we could just go right through and just have a great question, like question.
We could just power through with another question.
If you were Larry David,
Okay.
I'm just gonna stop.